What is going on, guys? Greggles TV. This is going to be a battle of sorts between the Galaxy Buds Pluses versus the AirPods Pros from Apple. These are made by Samsung. Again, these are made from Apple. $150 for the Buds Pluses, $250 for the Apple AirPods Pros. All right, let's jump into the most important thing right off the bat, and that is sound. Sound on these is going to be huge because what do you listen? The main part of these is for listening. You can also talk on the phone, but regardless, it's the sound of these. So let's talk about it. So the bass for both of these, I would give the edge to the Galaxy Buds Pluses. They have much better bass. The bass is good on the AirPods Pros, but not as good as the Galaxy Buds Pluses. So bass overall, Buds Pluses take the cake. As for volume, the AirPods Pros are definitely louder. I would say by about, 25-30% louder, at least to my ears. So if you need something super, super loud, you're gonna wanna go with the AirPods Pros. But don't get me wrong, the Buds Pluses definitely get fairly loud, for that part. Clarity, I would give them both a tie. They're both clear. So you're not going to find one more clear than the other. It's just like a different sound profile overall between the two in terms of like I said, these have more bass, but they're a little quieter than the AirPods Pros, but the Pros are louder. So clarity, again, I would give them an equal tie on that. So overall sound quality in terms of you listening, I would actually give these both a tie. Like I said, they have different sound profiles. These are louder, these have better bass, and they equal each other on clarity and just overall, sound quality. I would give it a tie. It's really a user preference at that point. Next up, let's talk about comfort. Now, comfort, both of these are very comfortable. You can get these in your ears and you'll be like, dang, I forgot I even had AirPods or Galaxy Buds Pluses in my ears. They're very, very comfortable. You're gonna be very happy with the comfort of these. But with that said, I do have the largest earbud tips on both of these, and I would give the edge for comfort to the Galaxy Buds Pluses. These are the winners for me. They are slightly more comfortable. They hide in your ears better than these, so comfort, slight edge to the Galaxy Buds Pluses. Next, let's talk about battery life. So for the Galaxy Buds Pluses, you can get up to 11 hours of battery with just the buds themselves. With the case, you get an additional 22 hours. For the AirPods Pros, you get as much as 5 hours of battery life with just the buds, and then with the case, it adds another 24 hours. So with the case itself, you're gonna get a couple more hours with the AirPods Pros, but with just the buds themselves, the Galaxy Buds Plus is basically double battery life versus the AirPods Pro. I'm giving the winner for battery life to the Galaxy Buds Pluses without a doubt. It's a no-brainer at that point. So battery life champ right here. Next, let's talk about design. These are both quite similar in terms of features on the cases. So you get USB-C charging on both. They also both wirelessly charge. So you can put these, put your buds in here, put the case in here, plop it down, and it'll wirelessly charge. Same thing with the Galaxy Buds. Also the other thing is you don't even need your buds in here to charge the case itself, so you can do that. So wired charging or wireless charging on both of these. In terms of the AirPods Pro, obviously the design is somewhat iconic because these come from the AirPods, which are totally iconic, best-selling AirPods ever. So the Pros are might not be the best selling, but they're definitely up there, and they have that iconic look, except with a shorter stem on here. Very easy to figure out how to put these on in your ear. So that is very, very cool. And then you've got the Galaxy Buds, which I don't see a lot of copycats. I see a lot of copycats of Apple AirPods. I don't see a lot of copycats of the Galaxy Buds Pluses or Galaxy Buds for that matter. They're, very subtle. They hide inside of your ear. They have a little shiny coating on there. So overall, for me anyway, I would give the design winner, I would give it, for me, it'd be Galaxy Buds Pluses. I can see some people might say the Apple AirPods Pro just because they think of it as iconic and they want to be like everybody else. But for me, I think, you know, to be able to hide these kind of in your ears and get out of the way for you, and not really, people might not even notice them, I would choose the Bud Pluses. Next, let's talk about transparency mode versus ambient mode. And what that is when you have these buds in your ears, and, you know, AirPods as well, when you have these in your ear and you want to hear the outside noise, it allows you to, both of these allow you to do that, to turn them on with your Galaxy Bud Pluses. You just press and hold, or you can turn them on in the software, and with the Apple ones, you just press and hold the stem, and again, it would allow you to hear what's going on outside. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is when the music is at full volume and you have transparency mode, is what it's called on the AirPods, turned on, then I still can't hear what people are saying. But when it's at medium volume, or maybe like 60%, I can. When the volume's completely off, also I can hear the people. It definitely amplifies the sound. But, guys, Bud Pluses have gone crazy with what they call ambient mode, which is transparency mode's competitor. It's amazing on the Bud Pluses. It's basically almost a hearing aid replacement. It's amazing. You can hear when music is max volume and I turn it on, I can hear what's going on outside. When I have my music halfway or turned off, I can hear even better, and it just completely amplifies and picks up all the outside noises, having to be fans or cars or people talking. It's amazing. It gives you like supersonic hearing. So for that transparency / ambient mode setting, Galaxy Bud Pluses destroy the Apple AirPod Pros. Next, let's talk about features. So like I said earlier, both of these can wirelessly charge. The cases themselves can do that. And then using them is quite similar as well. You can tap the buds on here to, you know, raise the volume, or press and hold it to do different actions. So, and it's the same on here, except you just use a stem. You either, you know, once tap it, once squeeze it, double squeeze it, triple squeeze it, press and hold squeeze. So it just does different actions, but they both are similar in that fashion. But again, the winner for this is going to be the buds. The reason being, you have access to change all kinds of things on the Galaxy Buds. On the Galaxy Bud Pluses, it comes with a dedicated app on iOS and Android. There's no app for the AirPod Pros for Android or Apple. So you have complete control though with the Buds Pluses. You see the battery life of the case and of the buds themselves. You can see that stuff on an iPhone in the settings. But this again has a dedicated app. You can manually control ambient sound, you can make it less intense or more intense. You can also change the equalizer settings to set the way you want the sound to be. You can control what notifications you get. You can go into the touchpad and change what the touchpad does, if you wanted to go the volume down by pressing it, or voice commands, or any of that, Spotify. You can go into advanced and turn on ambient sound during calls if you want. You can find your earbuds by pressing that and it'll beep them. You can go into general and reset your earbuds. And you can also update the earbud software as well. The cool thing about Apple AirPods is that the software will automatically update in the background without you even knowing. But again, feature-wise, there's so much more control and features with the Galaxy Bud Pluses. Even have a labs feature that allows you to not only touch right here, but you can touch towards the top here and do different actions as well, such as lowering the volume and raising it. Lastly, call quality. So call quality is very good with both of these earbuds. Galaxy Bud Pluses have multiple microphones to help increase the quality of the sound of your call. And then AirPods Pro are legendary, especially the AirPods, for call quality. But for, you know, the people I spoke on the phone with and asked them their opinion without telling them which one was which, they chose the AirPods Pro, and they said that AirPods Pro had a slightly clearer call quality sound to it. Buds Pluses were louder to their ear, but quality-wise and clarity, they gave it to the AirPods Pro. So winner, AirPods Pro. Now, with all that said and done, which Buds or Pros, whatever you want to call these, are the best? Now, these are $250. These are $150. I would personally give the win to the Galaxy Bud Pluses. They won in more categories than the AirPods Pro. Both of these are awesome earbuds. Now, if you fly a lot, I think these will go good for you and they'll work well. These are probably a little bit better if you're a person that always flies. But overall, again, the Bud Pluses are cheaper. They win in more categories overall. So I would tell you to get the Galaxy Bud Pluses for the win. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.